A warm welcome to the video, and today we're flying with JET2 in their Boeing 737-800 down to Geneva from here at Stansted Airport. We've just had a really good night's sleep at the Hampton Inn, which is just a few moments walk away from the terminal. I've not flown with JET2 before, so really looking forward to this trip as I've heard really good things. Here's a shot of a jet flying into Birmingham. Anyways, let's get over to the terminal, and here's the jet for today, this 11-year-old Boeing 737-800. I was astonished too just how busy Stansted Airport is at just before 4 o'clock in the morning. Look at all of those cars and look at all of these people. A very, very busy place first thing in the morning. It's as if they knew I was going to be filming a video, but we're welcomed warmly into the terminal by JET2. Let's head straight to security. You can see here just how busy Stansted Airport is this morning. Stansted is not my favourite airport to fly from, if I'm honest. It's always far too busy for my liking. It's the Easter holidays, so it's my own fault really to pick a flight on these dates. But anyways, security was actually in really good form. I have waited for up to 50 minutes in security here before, but today we were through in about 10 minutes. So fair play to Stansted, good work. I must be honest that Stansted Airport is starting to look a little bit tired, and you can see here they're obviously doing some work to update the place. Here we are headed into the main terminal area. Once again, I'm going to show you a shot just now which shows just how busy this terminal is. It's still only about 4:15 in the morning, but you wouldn't believe that given the amount of people that are sat waiting for their flights. Now, whether it was early or not doesn't matter, because as soon as I wake up I'm pretty hungry. So luckily I bank with Barclays and they give me access via Dragon Pass to various lounges around the UK. So let's head over now to the Escape Lounge here at Stansted. Stansted is always seemingly really busy with very few places to sit, so I was glad to have access to a lounge this morning. Here's the Escape Lounge. It was pretty calm in here actually. Even though the terminal was really busy, I was able to walk in as a normal entry without pre-booking, which I thought was really good. Here's my lovely breakfast, accompanied of course by some caffeine and a nice OJ too. I was able just to enter the lounge as a walk-in, which I thought was really good with my Dragon Pass, but as you'll see here, you can pay for access and pre-book for $39.99. Now, I'll let you decide if you think that's good value or not. Having had my fair share of breakfast from the Escape Lounge, it was time to get over to the gate, and having used the little train that gets you from one place to another here at Stansted Airport, here we are at gate 18 waiting to board. The boarding areas at Stansted have brilliant views, and I have to say, up until this moment where we were queuing in the jet bridge for a little while, the boarding process done by JET2 was really organised and efficient. We weren't waiting long, and soon we were headed out to our aircraft. Oddly, here at Stansted, even though there are jet bridges everywhere, a lot of the airlines, including JET2, choose to board you via stairs in the good old-fashioned way. As I've said in many videos, I actually really like it boarding this way. You get to see the aeroplane really close up. Here's a fantastic shot of our jet and of a really busy JET2 apron. This pier at Stansted was almost dedicated to JET2, it looked like. So here's our jet, and what I really appreciated too, by the way, was getting a little text to tell me what gate we were departing from. Nice touch, you don't always get that with other airlines. Here's a quick view of the ramp with one of their older 737s and one of their newer A321s. JET2 is just in the process of ordering lots of new aircraft to replace the 757 primarily. A real shame, I love the 757 and didn't get to ride on one before they were retired from JET2. Anyways, let's get on board. We were given a lovely warm welcome into this nice fresh cabin. Bearing in mind this aircraft is getting on in age, the cabin looked fresh and clean, and here's the aerolopper seat layout. The aircraft was clean, fresh, and I really liked the opposing colours on the seats. A nice touch. Boarding seemed to be going very efficiently, not least because you were able to board from the front and the rear of the aircraft, so twice the entrances, and of course that means hopefully twice the speed of boarding. A quick seat tour then. First thing I notice is the legroom is really good. I'm 6'4", as most of you know. There's a nice tray table, and there's also this clever little thing that you can pop a drink into as well. There was also various magazines and bits and pieces in the pocket, as well as a beautiful view. Before not too long, we were pushing back off our stand to get underway. We were parked at the 2-2 end of the airfield, which meant a really short taxi. So as ever, I'll go quiet for this beautiful morning takeoff on a day that is very fit for flying. Just look at that sky. Anyways, do enjoy the takeoff. Just look how shiny that engine nacelle is. I wonder if it's someone's job to polish it. But anyway, fair play JET2. Your aeroplane was very clean indeed. We had some beautiful views of the east of England and North London as we climbed up to our departure height. Whilst I was finding other uses for the little cup holder, the crew were also busy through the cabin throughout the flight, serving their very nice buy on board menu. I had a lovely cup of coffee, which was very nice. We started to make our descent and pretty much saw nothing until we got very close to the ground. As you'll see here, it was very cloudy and murky as we headed into Geneva. Finally, we saw the ground and made our final approach. We were arriving ahead of time. We'd been in the air barely an hour and 20 minutes. Here we are on final approach now to Geneva. Sadly, we were coming in from the other direction. I was hoping we would come in over Lake Geneva, but not today. Check out all the wing condensation as we touch down smoothly in Geneva. We had a very smooth landing, followed by a very significant amount of reverse thrust, which gave rather this lovely effect onto the runway. here's the approach we took into Geneva. As you can see, we came in from the opposite end to Lake Geneva. Well, a warm welcome to Switzerland. Let's review JET2. Again, my first flight with them today. This is the price of my flight. So take out the seat booking, and it's actually a very reasonable flight. I also thought JET2 do the pre-flight stuff really, really well. The crew on board were lovely. The ground experience at Stansted was pretty good too. And ultimately they've got me to my destination on time. Sure, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no power socket in the seat, but the seat itself, very comfortable. And of course, the legroom gets top marks. Having flown with Ryanair, EasyJet and British Airways very recently, the legroom far surpasses all of those. That's top marks in my book, particularly with me being so tall. One little tip I'd offer is do join the My JET2 club, as it gives you a discount on your bookings. Doesn't cost anything, so it's a bit of a given. And here we are, deplaning into this very strange little satellite at Geneva. So we got off the jet bridge, only to get onto a bus to get to the terminal. Who knew? Anyways, thanks as ever for watching, and thanks for those who already subscribe. See you on the next one.